Yeah, I think these outlying islands traditionally have had an abundant natural resource nearby, and that's convenient. It supports the community. And what's happening is the resources are declining around Fiji and really around the world. And I think that a lot of times these communities don't have a strong understanding of why the decline is happening.
As cliche as it may sound, but conservation awareness sessions such as this reinforce the message that globalization continues to place immense pressures on vulnerable communities such as these.
And to a certain extent, it's happening because there's a market, commercial market, that's pulling the resources out, supporting the purchase of petroleum to catch more fish, to sell to the global market, and the local resources are declining. So I think in some cases, globalization hurts the local communities.
But even climate change scientists like US-based Dr. Greg Mitchell knows all too well that bridging the yawning divide between science, policy, and communities hinges on communities like Yanuda taking serious ownership.
As a scientist, I use satellites to look at the entire Earth. And I don't see boundaries, I don't see equators, I don't see latitude and longitude lines. I see the Earth, and it's all interconnected. And economically, it's interconnected. But a remote island that's traditionally not been part of the big global enterprise, I think they're not that aware of the processes that are going on economically and environmentally too, and in the commons. So I think that these workshops bring the community to a level of awareness from which they can then think about taking specific decisions and actions.
To help these communities better understand the critical importance of some of the things we often take for granted, they are broken up into groups and encouraged to list down some of the natural resources abundant on the island. I accompanied this group, tasked this morning to conduct a stocktake, if you will, of the island's plantations and hinterlands. Out here, everything takes on a pace all its own. This is the very basic form of what some experts might like to call resource management economics.
Civoli. Te Civoli? Civoli. Oh, Dalintana. Dalintana. Civoli.
This is as much a stocktake of what still survives on Yanuda as it is about what also sustains their daily lives.
It's focusing on community and getting communities to be empowered so that they would be able to carry out conservation work and overall management by themselves.
As this clearly shows, the Fiji Locally Marine Managed Area Initiative is more than just about marine conservation.
Our intention here is to, get through the awareness and, get them to, knowledge about the ecosystem, the reef out there, and also the connectivity of the reef system with inland, and for them to actually see how they fit into the whole connectivity context there. And I think it's critical that people, the ordinary people who stay in communities, get to know about these things, because they are the ones who are facing nature on a daily basis. And yes, exactly, that is our aim here, to get across and give them the information that they lack, and to know where, how they fit into this connection, and for them to be able to make the decisions by themselves. We are focusing on resource management, not only confined to the reef system, but taking the overall mountain to reef system, and they to consider, all of those in this planning workshop. So, whilst getting them into these small groups, it enables them to participate, to get in lots of mindset from different social groups within the village, for them to, this is a thing about unity, and for them to, whilst getting to this plan, at the end they will be able to develop the a plan that is collectively participated upon by the community.
A vital point of reference here has been the input of older generation adding a dimension of its own.
With the participation of elders, I think they are always there to provide the way forward from past experiences, and for the current generation to get to know about the experiences and lessons that they have learned throughout the years. They will be able to implement in terms of trying to come up with a sound management for the village.
While most of these villages on Inuda have virtually lived all their lives here, this will be the first time for some of them to put pen to paper and sketch what their coastline really looks like. The idea here is simply to give them a much broader sense of their surrounding environment and the rich resources within it.
Yeah, nalomani nondotoyandra, serani nakaike ni todo.